We all have been waiting for a 1-inch action camera this year, whether from GoPro, DJI, or even Insta360, but this did not happen, unfortunately. In today's video, I'm going to dive into this topic a little bit, why we don't have a 1-inch sensor in action cameras for this year, and I will give a free tip for these brands, GoPro, DJI, and Insta360, so they can maybe use it for free. That will cost them nothing, so they can base on that and make and produce for us a 1-inch action camera for the upcoming generation of action cameras. Hello everyone, I hope you are all good. I'm Photorabs, a portrait photographer based in France, and I like creating content about photography, filmmaking, action cams, vlogging kits, and so on. If you like this kind of content, I would appreciate if you go subscribe to my channel. That's a massive help, and if you give me a like under this video, that's a massive help as well. And in today's video, I'm going to talk about the 1-inch cameras, action cameras actually, that we were expecting to see during the last summer, September, October 2024, but unfortunately we didn't see any 1-inch action camera. First of all, there are people who says that we cannot have a 1-inch sensor on an action camera because the focusing will be an issue on this camera, and we cannot add an autofocus system like on the Osmo Pocket 3, for example, because having moving elements in an action camera is not something easy to do, because the camera should be rugged, should be solid, and should be durable. And having these moving elements is the opposite of everything related to ruggedness. And this is somehow a good idea and a legit idea. But if we go back a few years ago, Insta360 released a 1-inch action camera. It had lots of issues. It was modular camera, and basically the transfer rate was so slow, and well, that was the beginning of this era of 1-inch action cameras. And the modular system was not bad as it was, because you can use a 360 module, you can use a 1-inch module, and you can use a normal action camera module. So that was quite interesting, but that camera was not a huge success. Maybe a year later, Insta360 released the One RS 1-inch. It's a 360 camera that has dual 1-inch sensors on both sides, and this is the camera I'm using today along with the Osmo Pocket 3, because these two, they have a 1-inch sensor on them. Of course, we don't have the same quality, the same resolution, because on the One RS 1-inch we have 6K resolution, but over the 360 globe. So if I would like to get like a 16:9, I think I will get around maybe 1080 or 2K resolution maximum. And don't forget that this camera maybe was released, if I'm not wrong, in June 2022, while in October or November 2023 the Osmo Pocket 3 was released. So the Osmo Pocket 3 is 1.5 years younger than the Insta360 One RS 1-inch that I'm using now. So the whole idea is that we can have a camera that has 1-inch without an autofocus system. You know, it's feasible. Now we have it on this camera from Insta360. It's not the best quality compared to the new generation of action cameras. We don't have the AI chip. We don't have the dual AI chips. So there are lots of things that they can improve on this sensor size, because they already made this kind of cameras. On the other side, I don't think that DJI will make a 1-inch action camera, because that will draw back the sales on the Osmo Pocket 3, and I'm sure they don't want that at all. unless they will release an Osmo Pocket 4 with a sensor size of micro four third. In this case, they might produce an action camera with a 1-inch sensor, but other than that, I'm quite sure they will not go into this path, unless maybe Insta360 or GoPro will be innovative enough to make a 1-inch sensor in an action camera in a robust, rugged, solid body. So what do you think? Do you think that the footage of the One RS 1-inch are usable? We don't have the autofocus, so we don't have the blurry background. It's not a rugged camera because we have these curves, these lenses that are fragile, and I don't like the modular system of this camera, but it has a 1-inch, so the use of this camera is more for like real estate and something like that, and it's not for vlogging. We don't have the me mode. If we have now in a firmware update maybe the me mode, then I can maybe use this camera in a better way to make a vlog with it, with a fixed focus plane on this camera. The advantage of the Osmo Pocket 3 is that we have the autofocus, which is incredible. It's way better than my Fujifilm cameras these days. I'm really waiting for the firmware update for my Fuji cameras, otherwise I have to sell them and get myself maybe some Sony cameras. Who knows? Let's wait and see. So this video will not be posted in 4K resolution, just to be fair with the Insta360 One RS 1-inch, because it cannot deliver 4K 16:9. That's from one side. From the other side, I wish that if Insta360 will make an action camera that has a 1-inch sensor with the AI features, the low light performances of the Ace Pro 2, I wish that they can make the field of view like maybe around 13 millimeters equivalent in full frame, because this one on the DJI with the wide angle lens we have 15 millimeters, and this is incredible. This is the focal length that I love for vlogging. So if the Insta360 can make it with 13 millimeters, that will be perfect, because we can leave a little bit of room for stabilization, because on the DJI we have the mechanical stabilization, while on the Insta360, well, on this One RS 1-inch, we have the flow state and we don't have any mechanical stabilization in this camera. We have, this one is the 360 camera, so the stabilization works really well. But if we have the me mode, for example, they should take that into account, into consideration. So that was it for today's video. What do you think about this Insta360 One RS 1-inch? Do you think it can be a good base for Insta360 to build a 1-inch action camera? Or do you think that DJI will be making a 1-inch action camera? I hope that GoPro can make something usable as well, because it was a huge flop, their GoPro Hero 12 and Hero 13 Black. I wish they can get into the competition again, because that will add lots of interest for the other brands to innovate more and to create better stuff, better products for us consumers. If you are interested, by the way, in any of these cameras, or maybe the Action 5 Pro or the Ace Pro 2, you can find my affiliate links down below. If you purchase your camera via my links, you help my channel a lot, you support my channel, and you let me earn small commissions, so I can use that money to create more content and to invest in more stuff, so I can show you more products and more gear related to photography, videography, action cams, vlogging kits, and so on. So yeah, thanks for watching, and see you in another video very soon. Ciao for now.